Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Campbell Chronicles. Today we're going to be going over my top 5 must-dos at Disneyland. Whether it's your first time or your 100th time, Disneyland always offers me another reason to celebrate. There's always something new there to do, maybe something that I haven't done. I like to intentionally hold off on doing something so I have something to come back and look forward to do. That's the purpose of today's video. I'm just going to go over my top 5 favorite things to do at Disneyland. If you haven't done so already, before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and if you hear something or maybe you disagree or you have something you want to add, comment down below. Let us know what you think. We always appreciate the activity. So today's list is not going to be in any particular order. It's just going to be my top 5 things to do while at Disneyland. First on the list goes without saying, rides, right? Disneyland has tons of rides. There's so many things to do there, so many rides. You can really go on them all. And if you do it right, yes, you can do them all in one day. If you haven't seen already, I did a video how we do Disneyland. Click on the link above. You can check that out. But it goes over how we do Disneyland, why the reason. And in this video, we go over fast passes and max passes and why we feel it's important we do it the way we do it. We do the fast pass system, and that's really because we want to do as many rides as we can in one day. So we do the fast pass system, and what we'll do is, now that the fast passes are on the phone, we'll go through and choose our fast pass. If there's a little bit of wait, we'll go to one of those rides that doesn't have a fast pass, wait in the queue, go through that ride, and usually by the time that ride's done, we can go straight to our fast pass. Another thing that people take advantage of, and we do, especially traveling with 2 young children, soon to be 3, we take advantage of the Switch Rider Pass. Again, that's covered in how I do Disney, but basically to sum it all up, it's simple. You go up to the person that's operating the front entrance of the ride that you want to go on. You say, hey, I got a family member that's not able to go on with my baby over there or my young child who's maybe under height limits, and they'll say, okay, here's a Switch Rider Pass. Or you got to go through the queue, whether it's the fast pass queue if you have a fast pass or the regular queue. Right before you go on the ride, you tell them and they'll give you the Switch Rider Pass, and a lot of times they'll just put it on your phone, and that allows you to take, I believe, up to 3 people now. So the person who waited, maybe 2 more kids, or if you're with a large group, maybe all the moms or all the dads who had to wait and maybe didn't want to go, so you could just do a whole Switch Rider system. It's great. Using this system, we get all the rides done throughout Disneyland with time to spare. Now with the new Star Wars land coming out, Galaxy's Edge, I don't know if this system's really going to hold up. I think it will. I think it will, because the Max Pass, Fast Pass lines aren't going to change. They're still going to have the Switch Rider, so I believe it's only adding on 2 or 3 more rides. So you should still be able to get everything throughout Disneyland Park done in one day, if that's the way you want to do it. If you like taking a much slower pace, it might take you a little longer, but you can do it. Number 2 on my list today is the character meet and greets. Of course, we love meeting the characters. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you know how much I love to interact with characters. It's really fun to strike up a conversation with them. It steals you away from the world. It puts you in this imaginary, magical world that you get to be a part of now. If you've seen my other videos, or if you've seen my cruise videos, you know how much I love interacting with the characters, especially the ones who can speak to you, and even the ones who can't speak to you, like Mickey Mouse or any of the Fabulous 5, or anybody who is in a costume who can't speak. They play a game of charades with you. It's wonderful. Their job is to not make you feel silly. They're going to make sure you have a blast. And so what I do with the characters who can't talk, I usually play a game of charades. If it's Mickey, I'll say, oh, how's Minnie doing? And he'll do something, and you say, oh yeah, well, that was really cool. And they'll just play along with you. They're going to have a blast, even though sometimes I've noticed, especially watching back on videos, I was way off with what they were trying to say, but they went along with it as if you were right the whole time. So it's just a lot of fun. It really does bring that extra bit of magic to life. I love it. I will meet a character every time. It's just a lot of fun. Go meet a character. They're not there to make you feel silly. Number 3 on my list today is a show. There are shows throughout the park, for whether it be for young ones, for adults, the Fantasmic, the fireworks show, the parades, all sorts of things throughout the park, throughout the day, that you can hit up and have a blast doing so. We are discovering more and more shows because we have the kids now, and we have 2 kids, soon to be 3, and so we're now taking these kids to these shows that we never really had any interest going as teenagers or as adults, but now that we're going to as a kids, we're like, man, these are great shows. Why didn't we do this growing up? Because they're just a lot of fun. Over by the castle, they have the Princess Meet and Greets. My daughter loves those. They're so much fun to do. Just amazing shows. Over at DCA, they have the Broadway shows. So they had Aladdin there for the longest time. Now they have Frozen. And I have to admit, the first time I saw Frozen, I was a little underwhelmed. But my seat was way up high. I didn't get really a chance to see it. Now that my daughter was old enough to like Frozen, we got there early. We had a seat on the bottom, and what a difference. What a difference. That show was amazing. You get to see the effects the way they were meant to be seen. The show, they added those few little extra touching details to the show. The Frozen Broadway, a must-see now in my book. Number 4 on my list today is enjoy a snack. Go to one of those snack stands, get a churro, get a turkey leg. While you're on vacation, these calories don't count. We all know this. So go enjoy some food, some yummy food. Especially if you go throughout the holidays, they have the special holiday treats that are just absolutely amazing. Go check them out. Get some food while you're there. There's sit-down restaurants, there's a food carts. Just enjoy it. Try not to be overwhelmed by the price. We all know theme park pricing is expensive. What I do to ensure that I can enjoy this, I just save up plenty of money. That's how I like to do it. I like to go with plenty of money in budget. That way, when I go, if I want a churro, I'm gonna go to a churro. If I want 5 churros, I'm gonna go get 5 churros because I budgeted beforehand. So that way when I'm at the park, I don't have to worry about it. I know I have this money set aside for this reason, and I'll be honest, this makes the trip so much more magical. I can really enjoy it more if I'm not worried about saving every penny. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, you can click on the link above my top 5 restaurants in Disneyland. You'll know that I like to bring my own bag to eat out too. Now, that depends on the trip. Sometimes I bring my own bag, sometimes I don't. Most of the time I do though. We'll try to eat one meal out of the bag every trip. It saves a little bit of money, but other times I just save up enough to do it all at the park, and it's a lot more convenient to have everything there, and they of course know that. That's why the prices are so high. But hey, like I said, if I want a Dole Whip, I'm gonna go get a Dole Whip. Number 5 on my list today is a little bit more broad. It's treat yourself. Now, you're on vacation. If you like to vacation like I like to vacation and save up that little bit of extra scratch so you can get into the park and just enjoy yourself, I like to treat myself and my family. So maybe while my wife's in line with the kids, I'll go to the snack stand, bring some food, or I'll just get that extra little souvenir that I normally wouldn't get, but it's at Disneyland. I'm trying to have a magical time, so I'll bring something back, or I'll get a shirt that I wouldn't normally get. I'll get a hat that I normally wouldn't wear. But the main thing is just treat yourself. And a lot of the times when you go and you're looking at merchandise, they're not going to have that merchandise when you come back. So if you really like something and you say, oh, I'll get it next time, probably not going to get it next time. Unless you have an annual pass, then you'll probably be back several times throughout the year, and yeah, of course you can get it later. But for a lot of people who don't go as annual passes, who only go once a year or once every 3, 4, 5 years, get it while you're there. Treat yourself. Enjoy the time that you have. These memories that you're making are going to last a lifetime. So treat yourself. Along with treating yourself, it kind of goes a line, just let yourself go. Don't be afraid to be a kid again. Let that magic absorb you. Try not to get upset about the lines, the crowds, the heat, the cold, whatever time of year you're going. Don't worry about that stuff. You're in Disneyland. You're in a magical place. It will only be a magical place if you let it. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to who are like, oh, I don't like Disneyland, there's too many people. Yeah, I get it. I don't like crowds either, but that's why I go during the off seasons. Yeah, there are people all the time that say, I don't like this, I don't like that, and after listening to them and really hearing the problem, they get so wrapped up in what's going on there that they forget to stop, take a deep breath, and enjoy themselves. Along with the people watching that I do sometimes while in Disneyland, I can't tell you how many times I've seen parents who are just overly upset with their kids, everybody's cranky. This stuff happens. The key is to not let that get to you. And I know it's hard to say. And this is coming from a guy who does 5 days at Disneyland. It can be hard. It can be a struggle. But that's why we take a day off in the middle so we can let the kids relax, let the parents relax, enjoy some time off your feet, go to the pool, just chill. That way we can hit it hard for 2 more days and everybody's rested. We find that we have a much more enjoyable time doing it this way, and a much more enjoyable time of letting things go and just enjoying the magic. So that's my top 5 things of must-dos in my opinion to do at Disneyland. If you have something that I didn't mention it in the comments down below, give us a like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out. It really does help our channel, guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you again for joining me today, and until next time, we'll see you real soon.